Hi, I'm AK Helm with Boss at the Helm. Welcome to 2025. I love the new year because it gives us a chance to really reflect on what we've learned and to plan for what we want to learn and do and accomplish. That's so important, both as an individual as well as for those of us who lead others. You need a plan to lead yourself and your career. And if you manage or lead other people, you also need a plan for yourself as well as how you're going to lead, how you're going to grow and motivate and inspire your team to meet your goals and outcomes. This is a great time to make that plan, to take a look at how you did on the past quarter, the past year, and then set your plans for this year. That takes commitment. You've got to know what your goals are. You've got to commit to the development, to the habits, to the changes that you want to make, and commit to your leadership development journey. That involves too kind of understanding what kind of leader you are, knowing what your authentic leadership style is, and then committing to honoring and honing and forming and improving that style. Commitment, according to Teresa Harding, is about dedicating yourself to the journey. And I love that because we tend to look at things like, I say I'm going to do X and then X is accomplished, check it off. And that can be a wonderful feeling. But more often than not, it's that quiet decision that causes you to stick to the course long after the initial excitement of making the plan or establishing a goal or even some of your first successes happen. As you make daily choices, you are committing to development, to leading in your authentic style. And that's that bridge between wanting and achieving that you're constantly walking across. Sometimes you backtrack and then go back across it again in order to make progress. I love that example and analogy that Teresa provides in helping us think through commitment and what it means. So I really encourage you as a leader to take a few moments and decide, what are you committing to this year? What are you committing to? And if the year is too big, right, then break that down. What can you commit to this quarter? What do you want to do or see or change or become or learn about? How do you want to help others evolve on your team as well? Break that down. If the quarter's too long, break it down into the month. If the month is too long, break it down into the week. In fact, successful habits and goals are reached when you are actually able to take micro steps towards something. If you're struggling with what goals to set or how to do this, then there are so many expert pieces of information available out there to you. I encourage you to start there. If you are just not sure how to figure out what your goal should be or how to go about it, start by learning. There is an expert in the field, James Clear. Many people know him. He has established quite a bit of information about setting habits and staying on track, and essentially says that the process of building a habit can be broken into 4 steps: a cue, a craving, a response, and a reward. You can go to jamesclear.com, habit guide, and check it out. Like, that could be your first step if you're unsure about what else you should be doing or how to go about setting your goals. But make sure that you start, right? Don't throw up your arms in frustration or think you don't know enough about it. You have an opportunity, and it's a great time to begin to do that. The other thing that's really important here, and the part that I think a lot of us forget, and why people will say things like, I don't believe in setting intentions or resolutions for the new year because they break or people don't follow through. That may be true. But one of the critical things that you can do is to be patient with yourself. A boss leader is going to be patient with themselves and have compassion for themselves as they learn and grow. So you want to stick to a pace that you can sustain. It's so critical. You're going to have messy days and very busy weeks and months where it feels like you just cannot focus on the goals that you've set or the commitments and habits that you intend. That's okay. A boss leader is going to say, yes, and I'm going to get back on track now. I'm going to have compassion for the fact that we weren't able to make progress for that period of time. And now I'm back on track. And you don't beat yourself up about it. You acknowledge it and you move forward. The other thing you can do to really help you be successful in this, and what I really encourage when you are working with a team, is that you tell other people, you create accountability. This is a well-known practice to help people stay on track with their goals. So you make progress. You want to report about that progress. You want people to know what you're trying to attain, and you want people who are really in your corner. That is so important. You want to surround yourself with people who want you to be successful, who lift you up, who are just as committed to you meeting your goals and your development as you are, right? You certainly don't want to create accountability with somebody who has not really got your best interest at heart. So watch out for that, because sometimes that one is tricky. And let's say that if we take this to work, right? Let's say you've committed to a goal for your department or your division. You want to communicate that to your team and to your bosses. You want accountability both up and down the hierarchy. You want to post about it, write about it, talk about it regularly, check the progress, and discuss that progress out loud with as many groups as you can so that it helps you stay accountable. It helps other people know awareness. And then that's really important because this is a department, a division goal that you're trying to accomplish. So you want to create a sense of ownership within the team. Oftentimes, leaders will set a goal and will say, okay, everybody's working towards it, but then they forget that you actually have to create buy in. You have to say, what's in it for me at each level of your organization, and help people understand the fundamental value, what they can do to help reach these goals, what they can do to help you know what the progress is. So make it a joint commitment. Don't try and push everything as a leader. Create commitment across the team. And don't forget to celebrate the small accomplishments along the way. You may have big milestones to achieve, and you may meet them earlier than you think, but there are little things that people do. You want to acknowledge those. That is boss leadership. As Jonathan Jones on his TEDx for Kids says, you are the leader of right now, only you. So I want you to commit to your personal development. And remember that if you're not committed to your leadership development, to your personal development, then you're more likely to be a bad boss. You're probably going to be leading poorly, and you may not even know it. We mimic leadership that we've seen or that we've experienced. On rare occasions, do we actually have a great role model, a consistent great role model who can help us really build wonderful leadership examples that we can mimic? So instead, we're out there and we think we have the best intentions, but we're working with people who are also still learning and growing, and maybe haven't had the opportunity to really dive in and learn how to be a great leader or to analyze what some of their habits are. So we unintentionally copy those habits. I encourage you, be the leader of you, be the leader of now. Commit to knowing what your leadership habits are and determining what you're going to keep and what needs to evolve. Make a plan and make time to develop yourself. Commit to that plan. Join me at bossatthehelm.com. I can help you with that plan. I can help you with that development. Let's eradicate bad bosses and develop the boss leader within.